Hallo und herzlich willkommen hier bei HEADLOCK, dem Pro Wrestling Podcast. Wir sind wieder in London bei dem Event von WWE 2K20 und bei mir ist heute ein NXT und NXT UK Talent, Mitglied von Mustache Mountain. It's Trent Seven. Welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you?
I'm really doing well. How are you? You've done like tons of interviews today already.
It's been a busy day.
Yeah, I think we're the last one, right?
Maybe. But don't worry, I'll save the best till last.
That's a good spirit. I read about you that you had a bucket list. One of them was being in a video game. You got that?
I call it the Holy Trinity. In a sticker book, like a sticker collection book or playing card, computer game, action figure. One to go. One to go.
WWE, you hear him. He needs the action figure.
But yeah, well, I mean, you know, obviously, Pete and Tyler were in last year, and it was an amazing thing for them. And obviously, you know, you want to be in everything, and you want to be included and do everything. But to come here today and see the setup and see obviously all the people playing the games and actually playing as me, everything's always worth the wait. What a wonderful day it's been.
How is it for you to see yourself in the video game? You probably did some motion capturing as well, some facial scans and stuff like that.
So strange. And I haven't actually played as me yet.
Yeah.
But I have seen the entrance. I have seen my entrance. And have you seen it?
I've seen it, yeah.
Oh, it's incredible. It's so good and so accurate, and the gear and the clothes and just brilliant. I'm really chuffed with it. Really happy.
How did you feel about the last, let's say, 2.5 years? Because Tyler and I were talking about it as well. How did you feel like NXT UK has
just been a whirlwind.
It's crazy, right?
And you know, a lot of people say to me like, "Oh, because it's such a range of emotions that you go through." But we're very lucky to have started a brand as well and been the first. There's a lot of milestones that are going to be in our career over the course of the next few years. The first UK-only takeover, the first UK-only brand. You know, it's just so bizarre. And then obviously the first, like 4 or 5 UK guys in the computer game.
Yeah.
It's just unheard of stuff. 3 years ago, if I'd have told someone at an independent show, in 3 years' time I'll be on the computer game, they'd have laughed me out of the building. But now you look at how hard we've worked and how hard everyone's worked within the British wrestling industry, you know, to try and build the profile of British wrestling, and obviously build the profile of NXT and NXT UK to the point where we have our own brand, and now we've been represented right here on WWE 2K20.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how fast this whole thing with NXT UK, how fast it happened. Also, how the career of British Strong Style of Mustache Mountain, how that exploded. I mean, British Strong Style was quite a big deal before.
Yeah.
But once they got to WWE and were performing there, I mean, you and Tyler, you were NXT Tag Team Champion. And
crazy.
You put on like a really masterful performance there, especially in the second match. I really loved the performance you put on there with your hurt leg, and I was really into that.
Amazing, yeah. It was really quite painful. But yeah, you know, and critically, it's a very critically acclaimed match that I'm very proud of. And the series of matches that I've had, obviously, you know, it takes two to tango, so they say. So, you know, to be in there with the world's best professional wrestlers, realistically, you should only expect the outcome of having those kind of caliber matches. And I'm very lucky to have been in the position where me and Tyler got the chance to obviously wrestle them on that kind of level. But yeah, that moment at Royal Albert Hall will obviously just stay with us forever.
Yeah, that was amazing. Where do you see your career go from here on? So because there's so much happening over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to do still here. I'd love it for me and Tyler to obviously get our hands on the NXT UK tag team titles. I think that'd be lovely. But you know, there's so many things to do. You know, USA Network obviously have now got a weekly TV program with NXT. So I'd love to go to 100 million homes, you know, in America, 100 million plus homes in America as well. But I want to beat Walter.
Yeah.
That's it. I just want to beat Walter.
What is so special about Walter? I mean, Tyler had his feud with Walter. You had your matches with Walter as well.
Yeah, I want that title. I want to be recognised as you know, I want to be able to go down in history as one of the people who've held that WWE United Kingdom Championship, and it means a lot to me. And you know, I take it with a lot of pride, just how far we've come as a company, as a group of people, and how far we've pushed the boundaries of wrestling. You know, no one ever thought that the WWE would have an external brand outside of North America ever, and we were the first people to do it. So it's with that I take that kind of responsibility, the responsibility of Triple H and William Regal and the whole company on my shoulders, and it's something that I now pass on. He was the person that dethroned Pete. He was the person that was victorious over Tyler in that unbelievable career-defining match. But yeah, I need to just get ready and get myself focused, because that's my ultimate goal. I want to beat Walter. I want to be the UK champion. What's so special about Walter? Because nowadays everyone's been talking about him. You can't take away from him that he is an absolute Goliath of a man. He's strong, he's fast, he's agile. He's been wrestling a long time. He's got lots of different skills from lots of different areas of professional wrestling that he's picked up. But it just needs to come down to the point where I can look across the ring to him and know full well that I can take it to the limit and take that title. I know I can do it. Okay. So NXT UK title is the first step. Do you see yourself also on the main shows, on Raw or SmackDown? Yeah, definitely. I'd love to obviously spend some time on there. I don't know how long I've got as far as my career goes, but Ric Flair seemed to do it for a long time, so maybe the change in hair colour is going to invigorate me to another 20 years. But yeah, you just have to take everything in your stride, so to speak. It's always good to have goals, and obviously I have goals all the way through the company. And who doesn't want to main event WrestleMania, right? Just don't start small, but just aim for the big one. Exactly. You should always have an end target, but if you can chip away at those little milestones and chip away at those little goals that you've got, eventually it'll all come up to finishing in a very, very positive career. Yeah. You've always been a wrestler who can switch from tough to comedy like that. Okay. How did that work also for your character? Because I've seen you in great battles. I've seen you doing crazy, funny stuff as well. How does that work? I'd just like to have it as. For me, it's just a matter of the setting. If the setting is right, and it's all about entertaining the crowd, right? It's about entertaining the crowd and providing a quality product. If that setting leads me towards being a slightly more comedic entertainer, then so be it. Let me roll with it. Yeah. But if it means picking Water up, dropping it on his head and taking that UK championship and it lasting as long as it takes to get that job done, then I'm also there for that as well. Okay, I'm looking forward to that match between you guys. What brand would you be on? Would you be more Raw or more SmackDown? Because we got the Good question. We've got the draft coming up as well. Yeah. Put it this way, when I was growing up there was only Raw. Right, so it just was Raw is War, and that was always the one. You were like, oh my God, imagine being on Raw. But I like the new SmackDown entrance way. Yeah. It's pretty cool. So I don't know. Do you know what, I'm going to go with Raw. Okay. From watching Raw is War on a Friday night back home on cable. Yeah. Yeah, it's fond memories though. So it'd be very, very cool to be on Raw. To me, it's always, you talk about video games, you talk about action figures. You talk about Raw's War back in the days. Does the Trent Seven has a nerdy side for himself? Yeah, of course. There's a little part of everyone where you want to be able to show people physically how well you've done and how you want to make people proud as well. And all the time when I go home or when I come to these kind of things, like my friends back home, my family are messaging me and they're just. It's a crazy thing to have just gone from wrestling and managing a call centre to then 3 years later I'm being announced on computer games with my name in lights, and then being one of the forefront of a brand expansion from WWE, and then going to WrestleMania and then wrestling on WrestleMania Access and doing live tours with sat in the back of a bus with Triple H and Shawn. It's a crazy world I live in, and those things are very, very special, and they're special little mementos that you should obviously always keep. And if I do have some children in the future, then hopefully they'll understand how cool their dad is. I think so. You talked also about the state of UK wrestling, because there's been a lot of criticism also about WWE there and on the UK market there, and some fans are afraid how the WWE NXT UK would
changed the landscape of UK wrestling. What's your point on that?
I think it definitely has changed the landscape, and I think it can only be seen as a positive, really. But fans are fans. You know what I mean? They pay their money. They can cheer and boo for whoever they want, right? At the end of the day, someone's always going to be the goodie and someone's always going to be the baddie and things. But I went to a show a couple of days ago, an independent show in London, and just walking around before the show started, there was probably 40 wrestlers, 40 kids in there that could have main evented that show. And only 20 were even on the show, and only 2 of them were in the main event. Right, so people need to just have faith and just trust that this all works for a purpose. It's not some kind of, you know, ulterior motive. British wrestling is very, very strong and is thriving, and we take it very, very personally. As you know, we wanted to make sure that we left a legacy and left more so what's the word? Left more so like a system of trust. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you go to these shows, trust that, you know, you're going to go out. You know, people put their trust in you that you're going to go out there, perform at the absolute highest level that you possibly can. Go to the merch table, talk to the people, you know, and entertain and communicate with people. You know, that's what professional wrestling, that's what independent wrestling's about. And I feel that there's a bunch of guys out there and a bunch of girls out there that are doing us very proud and doing British wrestling very proud. So yeah, so don't worry.
Okay.
There's a lot of very, very good wrestlers in this world. You just got to give them time to become the superstars that they want them to be.
Yeah. True words. Getting back to WWE 2K20, is there a certain fantasy match you would like to see that probably is not going to happen in reality, but you're going to try out in a video game?
One that could happen in reality, it could. It's a long shot, but you could do Mustache Mountain versus DX.
Well, that would be something, wouldn't it?
You could do, because obviously we have Create a Wrestler, right?
Yeah. So
you could have the British Bulldogs versus Mustache Mountain. That's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
But yeah, I think, you know, if it's me as the United Kingdom champion, Brock Lesnar as the WWE champion, and we do a Hell in a Cell at Blackpool Takeover, let's get it done. Let's unify those titles.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? 2 final questions. First one, favorite workout music?
Workout music? Oh, God. I'd have to go with... See, I don't work out to music, but what if I have worked out?
Why is nobody... Yeah.
Maybe the classics. Maybe like My Way by Limp Bizkit.
The WWE theme.
Creed. Yeah.
And last one, do you have any final words, any greetings to your German fans? This is your camera, this is your microphone.
To all the German fans out there, we've had a lovely time coming over for WXW. And maybe, just maybe, it's not the last time you saw Trent Seven or Mustache Mountain in a WXW ring.
HEADLOCK, der Pro Wrestling Podcast.